Only at hsn.com.
Hi there, welcome into Hsn. Happy Tuesday morning. My name is Ty Mayberry. Hope you had a lovely Labor Day weekend. So this whole hour, we're going to be talking about being prepared. You may heard looking around the country, you see we're still in the middle of hurricane season. Some people in the south, what they're going through right now. Look, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Maybe it is the storms, maybe it's hurricane, maybe it's snow, maybe it's the power outages because of the heat on the West Coast. What is your preparedness plan? Well, first let's talk about preparedness food from ReadyWise. Now, I know when I say that, the first thing you think of is, oh, that's gonna taste terrible. At least I'll have something in my stomach, but it's gonna taste bad. Not with Wise. Wise does it differently because all of these are designed, created. These recipes you're gonna see are designed by professional chefs, and what makes them shelf capable, what makes them able to stay on the shelf for 25 years is the way they dehydrate and freeze dry, so all you have to do is add water. But I want to tell you about something coming up in a little bit, so you can head over to hsn.com and go ahead and make your choice. This is the food kit. You have a choice of either the protein kit, the vegetable and sauces kit, or the fruit and dessert kit. And I am telling you, this food is actually delicious and easy to make and easy to store, so you will have it when you are ready. So you get this kit, you are getting, let's see, you get different servings here. So for instance, on the meats, you're getting 42 servings total. You're getting cheesy beef, the instant rice, the roasted chicken, all of this deliciousness for $49.95. It's on 3 flexible payments of $16.65, and that's on free shipping today. We will ship this out to you for free. But we're doing a full presentation on this a little bit later, because this is a great add-on to what we are starting with. So I just wanted to give you a little heads up on that. Let me show you what we're starting with over here. Again, this is a smart deal. This is from ReadyWise. They are the #1 brand when it comes to what we call kind of emergency food. But it's more than emergency food. Yes, you will have it in the case of emergency for you and your kids and the grandkids and the family. You will have something to eat, but it is delicious. It is not overpacked with all of that sodium. It doesn't taste synthetic and artificial. But at the same time, maybe you need it for you're going camping or going on those adventures, or maybe it's just a busy night and you just need to pour water in something and have it ready to go. Now, all you do is add water, and you don't even need to be hot water or boiling water. Any temperature water, and you will have these meals. And again, the depth of flavor in these, and we're gonna show this off. I'm gonna show you everything. You can just see by looking at it that it's not what you think emergency food is, and it is packed with flavor because, as I said, these recipes are designed by professional chefs. They do it right. And the shelf life on this is 25 years, not because of the ingredients being synthetic and artificial, but because of the way they are prepared. And we will get into all that and we will show you. But let me show you what you're getting with the 150 total servings. This is how it breaks down. It breaks down to 80 servings of breakfast and entrees, 26 servings of dessert and sides, and 44 servings of drinks. And you're getting things like brown sugar and maple multigrain cereal, a cheesy macaroni, chicken noodle soup, creamy pasta and vegetables, pasta Alfredo, are you kidding me? Yeah, teriyaki rice, your tomato basil soup with pasta, vanilla pudding. How about that? That's not the emergency food that you were thinking about. So today, 150 total servings, and I always suggest that you price compare, right? I know you guys are very smart shoppers, and you always do. Head over to the ReadyWise website, see what they are selling this much food for. They can't even beat our price because of our relationship with them and how much we get from them. We're able to pass on that value. So today, $99.95 for 150 servings. It's on 5 flexible payments of $19.99, and we are gonna cover the shipping and handling. Our friend Stephanie Roberts is here to walk us through all of the deliciousness today. Good morning, Stephanie. Thanks for being here with us this morning.
Hey, Ty, great to see you and great to be talking about easy food solutions. We're coming off a holiday weekend. A lot of us have been very, very busy. And no matter what's going on in our lives, there's kind of a non negotiable. We have to eat. And as adults, we have to feed our families. So whether we're dealing with emergency situations such as storms, power outages, we're still in tropical season, as we know, from all the activity out in the Atlantic, but we are heading into winter storm season. And there's always something. So what ReadyWise is all about is it's a way to put great tasting food on the table quickly, easily, and at an awesome, awesome value. So I'm excited to talk about it all today. But I love that you're emphasizing the quality of the food, Ty, because that's what this is all about. So you're going to get a big bucket of pouches just like this. And in each one of these pouches is an awesome tasting meal, because what ReadyWise has done is that they've started with chefs. So chefs write these recipes. This one, quite honestly, one of my favorites, potato and chicken pot pie. So when I make pot pie at home, I'm chopping potatoes, I'm chopping carrots, I've got peppers and peas and my broth and my meat and my chicken. All of that is being done. And the difference is it's being done, it's being made into a meal, and then it is dehydrated and freeze dried and packaged in this pouch. So to your point, the actual food is no different than if I were making this in a restaurant. The difference is the way it's prepared and the way it's packaged. So here's my chicken pot pie. You can see the peas, you can see the celery, you can see the carrots. These are awesome, great chunks of potatoes. And by the way, they've got some texture, right? You're not just gonna get mush in your mouth, you're actually gonna get some texture.
You're getting a crunch. I think that's what I have right here. And yeah, you're actually getting a crunch, you're getting flavor. Okay, look, that's the overhead shot. Let me show you. You can just see by looking at it, right? You can see all the ingredients in there. You can see that there's texture in there. Take a look at that, because I'm gonna take a little bit of bite. Okay, I'll admit I took a little sneaky bite earlier, a little bit, right? You get all of that flavor. You can taste the vegetables. I can taste like the corn and the carrots and the peas in there, and the potato and the chicken pot pie. And you know, another thing is, if you've ever tried emergency food before, they are so oversaturated with sodium because that's what you think you need it to be shelf safe and all of that. This is not oversalted. This is nice and easy to eat. It's flavorful. It's really, really delicious because it's real food. It's the dehydration process which allows it to be shelf stable. All of this is very good. So that's what you're getting. Not only are you getting a plan in an emergency, but you're just getting really good food, which is why you might just use it throughout the week. You might just say, man, I'm busy, the kids and the homework and school, what can I'll mix this up with water. And if you're in your home, maybe you do warm water because you want a warm entree, and then maybe that's what you'll use it during the week. And you'll see on your screen there that Autoship is available. That's also good to know. Autoship means you lock in this price, which is first of all, which is very important. Secondly, that means you can customize how often we ship this out to you, every 60 days, every 120 days. So if you find yourself using these more than the emergency situation, then you may want to lock that in on Autoship. But today it's $99.95 for 150 servings. Now, I know you don't see 150 bags here. Each bag has multiple servings inside, right? Because if you can see right down here, that's what a bag is kind of producing, multiple servings. But 150 servings for $99.95, I think that comes out to like 67 cents a serving. And that breaks down the way you see it right there. Look at all of that deliciousness that you're getting. And Stephanie makes a great point. You're kind of also locking in the price of each meal and each serving. Nowadays, when we go to the grocery store, I think we don't even know if they're gonna have what we need. And if they do, what is the price? Because how long did shipping take to get there? All of those things. You're kind of locking in all of that as well. And all you have to do is add water. Now, your item number is 075049. That's at hsn.com. Put that item number in your little search window there, and you'll be able to go on there and you'll be able to pick either one shipment or your auto ship. Okay, auto ship is getting limited. We only have 600 set aside for auto ship. 600, that's it. So that's getting a little bit limited there. Stephanie, can we just talk about the flavors and the deliciousness? So not only that, I want to make sure I don't fail to mention, there's drinks as well involved in this too. It's not just the food, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, let's walk through everything that's going to come to you in the bucket. So 150 servings, and I want to shout out the serving size real quickly as well. You're not just getting a couple tablespoons per serving. A serving is a nice, hearty, about a cup sized
Yeah.
amount of really good mix of carbohydrates and vegetables and proteins and satisfying food. So 4 servings in each of these pouches, and you're getting 8 lunch and dinner style entrees, if you will. The cheesy macaroni, the pasta Alfredo. We mentioned the chicken pot pie. I got to bring the teriyaki rice up close because it is one of my favorites. Ty, if you like a little zing in your food, this has got it.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why when we're talking about a basic weeknight, if I pulled this out of a white cardboard takeout container, you would have no idea
That's right.
that it wasn't
That's
made
right.
by your favorite Asian restaurant. I mean, this is what you'd expect it to be. It's awesome. Put a little side on it, and you've got dinner on a busy weeknight, or maybe your mom and dad don't feel real great and weren't able to get to the store. Whatever the emergency is in your world, this is food that will make a great meal. I'm also a big fan of the creamy pasta and vegetables. The texture of this food is spot on. I am a big texture girl. If things get mushy and slimy, I am out. So the fact that this retains the feeling of the food that you would expect it to, it's exactly what I want with a little pop of my vegetables and some nice texture on the pasta. Chicken flavored noodle soup, tomato basil soup, white rice, all different types of entrees. Some of them are gluten-free, some of them are vegetarian. So ReadyWise has put this together really with everybody in mind. I have picky kids, so they're real happy to see the cheesy macaroni and the pasta Alfredo.
Oh, yeah.
Personally, I like a little kick to my food, so I like the teriyaki. I like the creamy pasta and vegetables. So everybody's palate, if you will, has been considered here because you never know, right? You may be feeding different types of appetites depending on what's in your family.
Yeah, and
then you're also getting. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna take a look at that shot right there that we have right there. I just want to show you just added water and the depth of what you're getting. Stephanie said that texture is a big thing. I think it is to all of us, right? Not only texture, but when we eat, sometimes we eat with our eyes. We want it to look good, want it to smell good, want to have depth of flavor, want it to have texture. That's a lot to ask from something that you just add water to. And ReadyWise gives you all of that. That's why it's not only for emergencies, but maybe in the middle of the week. There's another great shot of that mac and cheese. Can you imagine putting that cheesy pasta right there that we see right there, that kind of macaroni and cheese happening right there, giving that to your kids? They would love that. They would eat that right up. So I ask you, what is your plan? What do you have? We're seeing the hurricane season. We're seeing what it's doing to people being out of power for 3 days, 4 days, a week, whatever it is. What is your plan if you cannot get out? You cannot get to the grocery store. The grocery stores are shut down. You are flooded in. You are snowed in. Or maybe just the power is out everywhere due to the heat on the West Coast. Whatever it is, what's your plan? Well, now you have a plan. For $99 today, you have a plan. It comes in this reusable bucket right here. Everything you see here is going to be inside, stored safely in here. And it will be shelf stable for about 25 years. Now, I don't think it's going to last you that long because I think you're going to realize how delicious this is. And in a busy night, you're going to use it. Or maybe when you go camping, you're going to take it with you and you're going to use it, which is maybe why you want to put it on Autoship. But now you have a plan. Now you know not only do you and your family have food, but you've got delicious food with texture and with flavor in it. That's the one thing that I just think you have to get at home and give this a try. Look, you can see, right over there, you can see all of the texture. Remember I said how we eat with our eyes? That is delicious. You can see all the different colors, the flavors right inside there. So today, 5 flexible payments. What does that mean? That means $19.99 is a flexible payment. That every month for 5 months. And you've paid this off, no added fee, no added interest. And we're going to cover the shipping and handling today. This big box with all of that inside, you don't want to pay for shipping for that. Let us pay for that, and we're going to send this out to you. Stephanie, I said earlier, and I want to make sure I'm just being clear on this. When I say add water, it doesn't have to be boiling water because if we don't have power, we're probably not going to be able to boil the water. But it can be any temperature water as long as it's water that you're able to drink, right? It's the kind of emergency water that you have.
Absolutely. And that's important to point out because I know you can see I've got pots and burners here. Well, that's because it will come together, reconstitute, rehydrate, if you will, more quickly if it's warm water. But in a true emergency situation, if I am without power and my stove is electric and I have no way to heat water, you could take room temperature water, ice cold water, whatever. And this brown sugar and maple multigrain cereal will absolutely reconstitute. The texture will be great. It will take a little bit longer if the water is cold, but it will be edible, great tasting food. Because that's the nice thing about this. The texture does not depend on the water temperature. We don't have to cook this food, okay? So that I just grabbed the multigrain cereal. Look at those big, gorgeous oats. This is not, oatmeal can get pasty and soupy and nasty very quickly, if you ask me. I've been to some hotels where it sits out there on that buffet and you're like, I am not
going there.
You could use that for my wallpaper. But what we have instead here is this gorgeous texture, just a little bit of crunch, which is what we like in our oats. And you can see that even though this wasn't cooked per se, all I did was rehydrate it.
Right.
You're not losing anything. You're not losing the texture. You're not losing the flavor. So I do love that in a true emergency, would I rather eat hot mac and cheese? Of course I would. But you know what? I will eat room temperature mac and cheese all day long, as long as the texture is right and the flavor is right. And that is what ReadyWise does. And the fact that they can seal it in this pouch, Ty, all you have to do is keep this in a cool, dry place, top of the pantry, under your bed, you know, whatever works for you. And it's there. Put a few in the pantry for a random Tuesday when you're going to want it. Because you know what? I don't want to go to the grocery store today. Everybody's going to be there. I'm sure the shelves are picked over. This is the perfect day to have teriyaki rice for dinner.
And the value, too, when you think about it, it comes down to about 67 cents a serving, right? And you think about it, if you have those moments where there is an emergency and your power is down and you're like, oh, we're going to just get the family together and we're going out to some fast food place, which, you know, how much is that going to cost you? Which these packets of serving is only costing you 67 cents a serving. You already know because you're getting 150 servings for $99.95 today. Speaking of storms, we got a storm brewing here just now. We can hear it here in our studios. Here in Florida, we keep an eye on those hurricanes because we get hit. As I said before, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Maybe it's hurricanes, maybe it's you're in Tornado Alley, maybe it's the snowstorm, maybe you get flooded in, whatever it is. We all need that plan. We all need to be prepared when that power goes out for multiple days. I'm not just talking about 3 or 4 hours and we need to charge up our phone. Multiple days and you can't leave the house or everything is down. What are you going to do with the kids? Well, now you have food that is flavorful. There is depth to the flavor. It looks great. You serve this in front of your kids and they're going to jump right in. They're like, it's normal dinner time, right? At least we don't have any power, but we've got like normal dinner and all you did was add water. It's a great opportunity today because it is a smart deal. We're also offering it on Autoship. So what is Autoship? Autoship means we're going to ship it to you automatically. However you decide, maybe 60 days, 120 days, 180 days, we're going to ship this out to you. And you get that price locked in. When this price goes back up to $146.95, which it will in just a couple of days, it will go back up. You still get it for this price if you pick Autoship and 5 flexible payments. So today, $19.99, that's all you put down. And just to let you know, we brought this in, what we call a visit from ReadyWise, right? When we get the quantity in, we started this visit on September 2nd. And since September 2nd, 8,000 orders have been put in for this set. And it is very smart, I think, because we're all seeing what's going on in the country and we see what's coming up and we want to be prepared and to pay $19.99 over the next 5 months. You don't even have to pay the $99.95 today, just $19.99 over the next 5 months with no added fee, no added interest, and you are covered. You are ready to go. Stephanie, you know, I mentioned earlier, and I said it because I was reading up on ReadyWise and what they said, and this isn't, the reason it tastes so good is because it's designed by chefs, right? It's designed by people who are professionals, who say, this is what it should look like, this is what it should taste like. If you were going to a restaurant, this is what the texture should be, and so that's what you're getting.
Absolutely. Yeah, Ready Wise did it a little bit differently than, quote unquote emergency food or rationed food has been done in the past. That was very chemically. That was, kind of chemicals that were made to taste like food. What Ready Wise did that's different is they started with the food, with the recipe, and then went backwards. Like, okay, let's take out the water so it's shelf stable, and then let's find a package that allows us to keep the humidity, the oxygen, the things that make food go bad out of it. But when you start with real food and then you make it shelf stable, you end up with real food in your package. And that's why this tastes good. That's why this is food that we are happy to eat. Even though we don't have to cook it, all we're doing is rehydrating it with water. So we talked about how there's 8 different lunch and dinner entrees. There's 2 different types of cereal. There's granola for snacking. There's also dessert because, Ty, I got to tell you, if I am going to be without power for several days and I'm digging in the emergency food, I'm probably going to need a little sugar to keep me cheerful. So I'm pretty happy that we added some pudding in there. The vanilla pudding is just awesome. But there's also the ability to make 2 different drink mixes. And I think about this a lot. I'm the mom of 4 kids. They're teenagers now, so that's a whole nother hour for us to talk about. But especially when they were little, here, have some water, here, have some more water. At some point in time, they're going to be like, enough with the water, Mom. I need something fun. I need something to look forward to. So there's an ability to make a pitcher of orange drink. And I know that seems so simple, but I got to tell you, when kids are off their game, when there's other things going on, nothing is quite as you expect it to be. That makes a difference, right? I mean, that will make a family happier to just have a little something extra to drink because you're not running down the street. You're not running down the street to go get a drink at the fast food restaurant. It's not going to be possible.
Right.
There's also the ability to make a pitcher of whey milk. And as a mom, milk is one of those things that I think is just a kid comfort. I mean, maybe it's because that's the way you want it on your cereal. Maybe that's for your granola. But for a younger child, a sippy cup in a bedtime story, a cup of milk before an afternoon nap, it just kind of helps the normalcy a little bit. And let's be honest, if we are breaking into the emergency food full bore because we've had a storm, our power's out, we probably got a fair amount of other things that are funky in our world to just create some normalcy, a good tasting meal, a cup of milk at bedtime. This is all about keeping the routine as easy as possible, no matter what is going on in your world.
Stephanie, that is a great point. And I think about my kids when it comes to that. If we are in an emergency situation where power is out and we don't know, it's been out for a day, we don't know how long it's been, what are the things that we can rely on, right? What are the things that we can kind of sit down and rely on? There's not a lot of things you can, but now you can rely on the food and the drink to make sure they have that, make sure they are happy, they are fed. And when it comes to the amount of food, I want to make sure I'm making it clear how much food you are getting. I keep saying 150 servings for $99.95. You're going to take a quick look at your screen. I'm going to show you what 150 total servings, so 80 servings of breakfast and entrees, 26 servings of dessert and sides, 44 servings of drinks. This is like a family of 4. This would probably last you a week. For instance, you're getting 3 pouches of that brown sugar and maple multigrain cereal. In those 3 pouches, that's 12 servings. The cheesy macaroni that we keep talking about, you're getting 2 of those pouches. That's 8 servings. So you're not going to go hungry. You're going to have plenty of that food. And again, the drinks, right? You want to make a little bit of orange drink. I think I'm supposed to mix this up here. Can I just pour this in the water here? Let's see if that's how that works. I'm going to stir it up here. It's that easy, and now you have that nice, fun, kind of maybe that sweet tasting drink there for your kids, if your kids want to have something fun to drink. In that emergency situation, what is going to calm everybody down? What can you rely on? Now, the Autoship is very popular this morning. I think that's very smart. You can customize it. You can change it. Maybe you pick every 60 days. You go, I need it maybe every 180 days. Or the opposite. Maybe you said I need it every 180 days. You go, I'm going to need it more because I'm using it during the week because it's delicious. I'm sorry, Dre, how many? 600? Oh, about 550 left in the Autoship. That's it. Another great thing about Autoship, you lock in that price. So when later on in a few months, when this price is back at $146 and it's wildly popular because there's snowstorms coming, you're going to get yours for $99.95. So today's a great day to give this a try. Always pick those flexible payments. You don't have to have the Hsn credit card to take advantage of flexible payments. Any major credit card, any major debit card, and you can take advantage of those. $19.99 free shipping. Now, if you don't have the Hsn credit card, you can sign up for one today. We'll give you $10 right off the top. So then for $89.95, you're getting 150 servings of this ReadyWise food supply, which is delicious. And all you have to do is add water. Again, it doesn't have to be boiling water. It doesn't have to be warm water. Now, if you're just eating it in the middle of the week and you're just trying to feed the kids because you got homework and work and all those things, yeah, maybe you want to heat it up and add a little bit of warm water. But in that true emergency situation where you have your jugs of water and you have your flashlights, right, that will last you maybe a day, and you have those things, you need to have this ReadyWise 150 servings in that emergency kit as well. Have your water, have your food, have your flashlights, and then bring some type of normalcy to that situation, because it seems every year, Stephanie, maybe you know, it seems every year that like there's more and more storms, and the storms are kind of moving into places where storms didn't used to be, right? And things out of the blue. I mean, we saw the snowstorm in Texas that just knocked out power. I had friends of mine in Texas out of power for an entire week. I don't know what they did. I don't know how they got it together or what they did. I hope they had some type of emergency kit. So again, it's not something we can predict, but what we can do, here's what you can control. You can control your readiness. You can control being prepared. And here at HSN, we try to make it affordable and easy for you to get at home. And ReadyWise, as Stephanie and I have said, ReadyWise makes it delicious.
Absolutely. Yeah, the taste is absolutely awesome, Ty. I do want to talk about servings and value a little bit. So I have 4 teenage boys, and they're always hungry. So let me tell you, if the serving size wasn't good here, I would be hearing about it. So each pouch makes 4 servings. This is the creamy pasta and vegetables. By the way, look at all those sun-dried tomatoes in there. That is just awesome. This is essentially 1 serving. So you're getting a pretty hearty bowl in terms of food. So with 4 servings in a pouch, pretty easy to make that become the meal for the family when you prepare one of those pouches. And also, you know, your ability to do all this is only based on water. That is all that you are going to need. So when we do some math here, and I know Ty mentioned it earlier, 150 servings, you're spending well less than $1, some, 60, 70 cents a serving. If I wasn't doing this to feed my family, and I was lucky enough that maybe there's one random fast food restaurant open, think about what you spend. Let's say one. I'll be generous. $5 a person at the drive-thru. I feed 6 people, so there's $30 for lunch. So by the time I do that for a day or so, I will have spent that $100 trying to grab and go food until the grocery store shelves are restocked, or until I can, actually cook the food that might be in my freezer. So you very quickly run up a lot of food bills, and anybody that travels at all knows that, right? When we eat out, even fast food, it is really a lot more expensive than having food at home. So for less than $100, you are able to always have food at home, save yourself the running out and having to spend money that you likely don't want to be spending. And I know for me, we've been talking about this on HSN at this awesome value since Thursday. Ty, this is the last day that I am scheduled to bring you this smart deal from ReadyWise. So we've been doing this for a few days now. This is it. Today is my last scheduled day, which shows that we know we'll be at this smart deal price. And as you mentioned, if you go to the ReadyWise website, 120 servings, almost $300. And they sell them day in and day out because that's high quality food. It's worth the price. What we're able to do is such a bonus.
Yes, that's true. And it is worth it, because we think about, listen, I'm not asking you to put a value on your family's safety, right? But I'm asking you to how much is it worth you, your peace of mind, to know that you're prepared, you and your family, for that thing to happen. For the #1 name when it comes to preparedness, when it comes to that food, when it comes to recipes that are designed by chefs and designed by people who know what it should taste like, what it should feel like, because eating is emotional, right? We want it to soothe us and to comfort us, not just put something in our stomach. So if you're just joining us right now and you're seeing this big, beautiful layout and you're tuning in right now, welcome into HSN. Come on in. This whole hour, we're talking about being prepared, right? We brought this in back on September 2nd because of all the storms that are happening right now in the country and all the storms that are coming up, right? The snowstorms that are going to be happening and hurricane season here in Florida. We keep a very close eye on all of that. So I'm just asking you, what is your plan? Right? Are you prepared? How prepared are you? Do you have your water, as you should? We have a couple of jugs of water, a few jugs of water. Maybe you have a couple of flashlights. Maybe you have a little bit of a portable power that's going to maybe charge up your device for a little bit. But what are you going to eat? What about the food? What about when that refrigerator goes down? What about when you're not able to heat anything up? And I know we think about emergency food and you think about, oh boy, that's going to be dreadful. Not with ReadyWise. This is why they are the #1 name. This stuff was designed by professionals. There is depth to this. Not only does it look great, because you know we eat with our eyes, it has that great smell, that great flavor, that great texture, because the way it is shelf stable is not because of the ingredients they use. A lot of times you think, oh, you got to pack it with sodium, or you got to pack it with artificial things to keep it alive. No, it's the way they freeze dry it. The way they dehydrate it allows them to use fresh ingredients cooked really well. Then all you have to do is add water. And it doesn't have to be hot water. Yes, of course. We'd all love to be able to have boiling water that we can add and have a nice warm meal. And maybe you will throughout the week if you're busy and you just pull one of these off the shelf, right? Each one of these bags is going to give you about 4 servings. That's why you see this number of bags, but you're getting 150 servings, and they come in this big reusable jug here. Speaking of the size of this, we're gonna cover the shipping on this, right? It's gonna be free shipping today, and you're taking $50 right off the top of our price, which is even less, which is another $150 less than the ReadyWise price, right? If you go over their website and you compare, it's $150 less than that, then we're taking another $50 on our smart deal today, because we know that now is the time to get prepared. Also, 5 flexible payments. Normally you see us do 3. Sometimes we do 4. We're doing 5 today, $19.99, no added fee, no added interest. That is $19.99 a month for 5 months, and we will cover the shipping to ship this out to you. When we talk about emergencies, Stephanie and I have been talking about what can you control in an emergency, right? You can't control when something is going to happen. You can't control if the power is going to go out. You can't control when the power is going to come back on. But what can you control? How ready you are, your preparedness, your readiness. And now you can have great food, actually delicious food that you will probably want to eat during the week as well. Now, you'll see Autoship right there on your screen, Autoship available, which means A, you get to choose how often we ship it to you. Maybe 60 days, 120 days, 180 days, but the big thing is it locks in that price. So in a couple of months, when you see me on air with this again, and it's $146.95, which is still a great value. $146.95 for 150 servings, still a great value, still less than $1 a serving. You will have yours at $99.95. That's why we do auto ship, but we are running limited because we only have only 540 left for that auto ship. Might be something you're interested in. Your item number is 075049 to head over to hsn.com, and that's where you'll get to choose. Remember, this is a smart deal. Stephanie just told me something I didn't know. Stephanie said this is the last day that she has a show, that she is booked to have a show. So this is the last day that you're going to see this, that you are going to air this, the last scheduled, right? Once this has been very popular. 8,000 have been sold. 8,000 have been spoken for since this visit, which was on September 2nd. And I get it, Stephanie, now is the time, right? This is one of those items I like to say, you need to have it before you need to have it, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's too late once you know that storm is already coming. So we actually have been doing this for about 4 Labor Day weekends in a row. Early September is always the time where we get together with ReadyWise and bring a great value, because we're in the heart of tropical storm season. Obviously, we know there's been quite a few hurricanes, although I did read this morning that Larry is not coming to the east coast of the U.S., so we can be very happy about that. But we are also heading into winter storm season. You mentioned the surprise storms in Texas last year. Ty, I grew up in Chicago. So to me, being snowed in is just something that happens. You know,
Right.
I grew up in a world where you might not leave the house for 4 days because they couldn't get the roads clear or the power lines were down from an ice storm and it just wasn't safe to go places. This video always makes me smile because I definitely remember we lived on a hill just like that. And
Wow.
that happens. This is reality. Depending on where you live, you're either nodding like, yep, this happens, or you're like, oh my gosh, that is wild, right? But depending on where we are all at risk of something. You know, I know my kids watched the storms in New Jersey and New York last week, and they said, I didn't know you could have tornadoes there. I thought that was a Midwest thing. So it doesn't matter where you are. We all have some type of weather we have to be ready for. And if it isn't weather you're ready for, then we have to worry about store shelves being stocked. I'm the chief cook at home for my kids. And you know what? I do not always feel great. Maybe if I'm down and need to spend a day in bed, then my family can still have a great tasting meal that they can prepare just by adding water.
Oh,
but it all
yes.
comes
Right.
which is really, honestly, that gives me a big peace of mind to know
Yes,
that
I
if
love
I don't feel well enough to cook, they're all going to be able to be just fine.
Yes.
But I do like the fact that this bucket comes to you just like this. First of all, we are going to pack it jammed to the top. 150 servings, all in these pouches, is a lot of food. So it's going to weigh about 15 pounds. I'm appreciative of the free shipping because that's a big relief for everybody.
Yes.
But the bucket itself, it's waterproof. It's bug proof. So if you choose to store in the bucket, this is an awesome, safe container for storing. It also is something to think about if you're in an area where you do end up with, water issues. They'll have a boil water advisory before it's safe to drink your water, sometimes post-storm. Well, that's great if you can boil it. So a lot of times I know for hurricanes here in Florida, we store water as well. So if you know a storm is coming, you could put your water in this bucket and just check another box of preparedness. I also like the fact that this is grab and go, Ty. It isn't anything we like to think about, but when it's a floodwater situation, you gotta go. When it's a fire situation, you gotta go.
Yes.
You can hide from wind, but you can't hide from water. So evacuations do happen. I've got 4 kids. If you're nice enough to let me come evacuate to your home, I don't want you to have to feed my family of 6 when we arrive, right? I'll bring it. No, seriously.
That's
and I think that's a great point.
Yes.
If we're evacuating to a hotel, we were talking about the cost of even fast food. I don't want to be spending, $30, $40, $50 every single day on food when I can have it here all ready to go.
That's exactly right. And if you are evacuating and there is a fast food place, and that's that one fast food place that everyone is going, you don't have to be part of that mess or that mix. You have the food for you and your family. Now, if you're just tuning in and we're talking about emergency food, I can't make this point enough because it's not the emergency food that you were imagining in your mind. These are recipes that are designed by professionals. If you can take a look here, this is the potato and chicken flavored pot pie. Look at the carrots and the corn, the depth, the flavor, and the texture. Texture is one thing that you don't normally get. You normally get a bit of mush, right? It's like, well, at least I have something on my stomach. It was over salted, tasted artificial, and it was kind of mushy. Not this. Look at the depth of flavor here. And I gotta say, I have been eating this when we cut to Stephanie and she's been talking. I've been continually eating this because it is delicious. And it's not that kind of over salted that you normally expect from even fast food, from easy food, from just add water food. It's not. It is nice, it's light, it's flavorful, it's easy to eat, it's creamy. It's the way they freeze dry it. That's what makes it so shelf stable, is the way they freeze dry it, which is why you can just add water. It is delicious, and this is only one of what you're getting, one of the many servings that you're getting, the cheesy macaroni you're getting, the teriyaki rice that you're getting, the multi-grain cereal you're getting, and you're getting the drinks as well, which I just made myself a drink here as well. This is like what you would get in a restaurant, really. Stephanie said earlier, and I love that you said it, if you were to put this in like one of those, like a to-go box or something, or you put this on a plate, first of all, your kids are never gonna know. The kids are never gonna know because of the flavor, because of how great it is. And now think about that emergency situation. Now think about kind of how scared it can be, how unsure it can be. And now you, because of today, because you took advantage of this, now that's one thing that you're not unsure about is the food and the deliciousness and the flavor. So I'm going to dig back into this and keep eating and throw it back to Stephanie. Stephanie does all the heavy lifting there. But today it's 150 servings for $99.95. 5 flexible payments and free shipping for this. This is heavy. You don't want to pay for shipping for this. We're going to cover the shipping for you. All right, I'm going to dig back into the pot pie, Stephanie.
As well you should. All right, I want to remind everybody that we are giving you 8 different lunch and dinner style entrees. Teriyaki rice, big chunks of red pepper. You can see the green pepper. It has an amazing teriyaki flavor. These meals have the texture you would expect, have the flavor you would expect, because the recipes were written by chefs. The food is made per the recipe, and then it is packaged. This is not food that's meant to get you by. It's food that tastes exactly the way you expect it to. This is what Ty has been digging into endlessly all morning, and I know why. It is one of my favorites. This is the chicken pot pie, big chunks of potatoes, big chunks of vegetables. I mean, these are done so incredibly well. There's a chicken noodle soup. Some of these are gluten-free. Some of these are vegetarian. So there's a really wide range within the entrees coming to you in the bucket. I love that. I'll be honest, I have very picky kids. They have absolutely no interest in their palate whatsoever, and they would pretty much live on the mac and cheese and the pasta Alfredo. So as the mom, I'm glad there's some, milder flavors to keep the kids happy. As an adult who enjoys all sorts of different foods, I am all about the teriyaki rice. I am all about that chicken pot pie and the creamy pasta and vegetables. So a great range there. Early in the day, we're pretty traditional in our meals here. So the kids would like a hot cereal in the morning. So there's an apple cinnamon oatmeal. There's also a brown sugar and maple multi-grain cereal with just awesome whole chunks of oats. Granola for snacking, or you could use the whey milk and use that as cereal as well. Orange drink, because if I had to hear my kids say one more time, I'm tired of drinking water, I would probably flinch. So therefore, we're solving that problem. I am convinced that this was put in mind to keep mom and dad somewhat sane during the process.
Yes.
And I appreciate that as well. But then there's also dessert. So this is the vanilla pudding. Again, everything you see here, all you're going to do is add water. It doesn't have to be hot water, even when we're cooking the entrees. But Ty, it's kind of magic to me with this pudding, because first of all, when you open the pouch, the vanilla flavor is amazing. Wow. It just totally engulfed me. It's like a big hug right now. But all I'm going to do is whisk this around. And I mean, this tastes like grandma separated the egg yolks and cooked them over the stove for hours. And it comes into the most amazing texture just by whisking around. So, then it becomes something fun you and the kids can do. Okay, the power's out, and that means the devices may not charge well. And, we're not probably watching TV.
But look at the dessert that we have, and look how we can make it with just water. Yeah, that also kind of blows the kids' mind. It blows my mind. You just add water. I need to give an update. The Autoship has been very popular, so I want to give an update on that. We have about 500 left in Autoship, and that's going to be it. That is a really wise choice with ReadyWise, a very wise choice. Why? Well, because you get to choose. You get to customize how often we ship this out to you, so you're never going to run out of it. And when I talk about emergency food, this is more than emergency food. It is, sometimes it might be during the week food, might just be being busy and need a side dish food. That's why Autoship could be very wise for you. And you can control it 60 days, 120 days, maybe every 180 days, right? Maybe every 6 months, we ship this out to you, 150 servings, and it locks in that price. That's another great thing I love about Autoship. So this price will go back up to $146.95. Still a great price, still less than $1 a serving. But if you choose Autoship today, you can lock that in for $99.95. Now, if you want to take advantage of those 5 flexible payments, I absolutely would. That's $19.99. That's every month for 5 months with no added fee, no added interest. And this big reusable bin here, which is kind of a grab and go, which all of these packets are going to be inside, you don't want to pay for shipping for that, so we're going to pay for the shipping today. So ask yourself, in an emergency, when storms hit, what can you control? Well, you can control having the food for your family that is delicious, that has depth of flavor, that looks great, smells great. That's something that you can do for your family today, because we know the storms are coming. All right, that was great. We did. We didn't even talk through all the flavors. I didn't even get to taste everything. I still want to eat some more of this, but we're going to move on because we've got some more stuff from ReadyWise. But 075049, I would head on over to hsn.com and check that out. But I also want to tell you something else. The free HSN and QVC streaming service is everything you love about shopping and more. You can watch original content, live shows with familiar personalities and new faces. You can find great products, amazing brands and deals, all while discovering the people and the stories behind them. You can also catch up on shows that you might have missed for free. So you can find it all on Fire TV, your Roku, LG, Xfinity X1, Xfinity Flex, and we're going to be launching even more platforms later this year. Discover where shopping comes alive on the HSN and QVC streaming service. You're really going to love that. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break, and we're going to be back with more ReadyWise preparedness, so stay with us.
They say home is where the heart is. So when I'm at home, I want it to feel warm and welcoming and full of things that make me smile and make life just a little bit easier. Join me today at 10 a.m. for your weekly look at the latest ways to make your home a haven.
Don't miss a thing with our HSN app. Get $10 off your first in-app purchase with code WELCOME10. Opt in to push notifications for early access to exclusive app-only deals. Available on Apple and Android devices.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the HSN card. As an HSN card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks like extra flex or VIP financing on all items through September 30th, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN card.
Hi there, welcome into HSN. My name is Ty Mayberry. Happy Tuesday morning. Thanks for hanging out with me. This whole hour we're talking about being prepared and preparedness. We've been talking about ReadyWise and having that food that is just delicious in those times of emergency. But before we get back to ReadyWise, I want to tell you about something else, something that you may have seen presented in the last couple of days, which now is a great time to pick one up. This is from EcoFlow, the #1 name when it comes to that power that you need in an emergency. This is their Delta 900. So it's all the power from their Delta, but in that mini size. It's about 10 pounds less. Same with the power that you get. You can charge up 12 devices at once, including heating elements and including powering up that microwave and that hot plate. And not just for emergencies. You know, a lot of us, we use it when we go to the beach or when we go in the backyard party or taking it camping or RVing. And the recharge on this is super fast. You can get a full charge in like an hour and a half on this thing. We're offering 5 flexible payments, free shipping. It's $849.99 today. Get yourself prepared, take advantage of that. But if you have the HSN credit card, you're getting 18 months VIP financing on that. That comes out, what does that come out to, Dre? That comes out to like $47. Man, $47 a month for 18 months to make sure you have all the power that you need. So head over to hsn.com. I just want to let you know because those are going very quickly there. Oh, only 200 left. Okay, wow, faster than I thought. Okay, head over to hsn.com, look up EcoFlow, the Delta 900. You're absolutely going to love that, and it's a great peace of mind to know that you have the power in case of an emergency. Now, speaking of emergency, we've been talking about food in an emergency because that's something that maybe sometimes we don't think about. We have that water that we can drink. Maybe we have those flashlights, right? Or maybe we have some canned food that just has no flavor and no taste to it. Well, ReadyWise has changed all that. They're bringing us food with some great flavor and some nutritional value. That's another thing that sometimes we miss from emergency food is actual nutritional value for you and your kids. So this is a choice of food kit. And I want to go over this kind of quickly because I want to bring our guest back in to explain to us what we're looking at here. But for $49.95, you get to choose your choice of kit. So you got the meat and protein kit with rice, right? You can choose that. That's going to give you 42 servings total. Also the vegetables and sauce kit. That's 128 servings total. Or you can pick, which you're going to be able to see down there, the fruit and dessert combo. That is like a creamy yogurt dessert with apples, the bananas, and the peaches. So it's your choice for $49.95, 3 flexible payments of $16.65, and we are gonna cover the shipping and handling on this. Joining us all morning from ReadyWise is Stephanie Roberts. Hi, Stephanie.
Hey, Ty, great to see you. Yes, I want to talk about these different kits a little bit because they're kind of things that you could either add on to the 150 serving bucket and then have some additional things. But for me, looking at the grocery stores these days and the cost of produce and the cost of meats and then things missing on the shelves, this is an awesome way for me to always ensure that there's going to be great tasting fruit. There's going to be vegetables and there's going to be meat in my house whenever I would need it. So I'm going to walk you through each of the kits, and we'll start with fruits. This is usually the most popular because when you see these, you'll see why. So these are peaches, and what they are is they are freeze-dried at the peak of freshness. I don't know about you, but I get so frustrated sometimes with produce. And I mean, it's nobody's fault. It's just part of life with fresh food where I get this peach, I ripen it carefully on the counter. I don't let anybody bump it or bruise it. And then when it's finally a little soft on the outside, I go to cut it and it's rotten in the middle.
Right.
So we have to throw it out. And that's wasted money. So I'm a huge fan of freeze-dried fruit. The peaches are perfect every time. The strawberries are beautiful. My kids are big strawberry fans and they're going out of season. So it's going to be expensive to get these. So when you have freeze-dried fruit, you could either snack on it just like it is. You can hydrate it. You can bake with it. You can do all sorts of things. Honestly, these apples, they've been the big fan favorite over the weekend. I can't tell you how many times we've had to refill this bowl, so I have something left to show you because they're beautiful. I mean, those are gorgeous apple slices. And you know, when apples aren't in season, they're not sweet and they don't have great flavor. They can get kind of grainy. These were picked when they were perfect and then freeze-dried to capture both the nutrients and the flavor. And then, of course, I love the bananas. These are perfect for lunches. I can't take a banana to work. I can't send a banana in the lunchbox with the kids. It comes out mush and gets all bruised and broken, whereas these are so much easier to travel with. So road trips, weekend sports games, picnics, packing lunches. I know our Wise customers use these for camping, adventure outings,
Yes.
whatever it is. Healthy food on the go. Yes, it works for emergencies. Yes, it's great for preparedness, but this can be used in so many more ways.
Yeah, but and also it's also available on Autoship, which is why all the things that Stephanie's talking about, right? Yes, emergencies, great, but also all of those other, the daily uses, going camping. So what is Autoship? Autoship means we're gonna ship this out to you automatically however you choose, every 60 days, every 120 days, every 180 days. The great thing is it locks in that price. So when that price goes back up, you are only paying that locked in price and at free shipping. Let me just show you quickly here because we only have a minute left here. You can choose between the meat and the protein kit, right? That's gonna give you 42 servings of like cheesy beef, instant rice, roasted chicken, all of this deliciousness. Also the vegetables and sauces kit, that's gonna give you 128 total servings. That's a butter sauce, a cheese sauce mix, the corn, the green beans, the sweet peas, the mushroom sauce, and then the fruit and dessert combo, which we are very limited on. Dre, how many do we have in that? I think we had 100 or so left. 46, only 46 left in that with the apples, bananas, and then the auto ship, only 30 available in the auto ship with the fruit. So you may want to jump on that 086125. I got something else to show you though, so we're gonna move on. I'm gonna walk around this way. Follow me. So now this is more adventure. We call this the adventure pack, right? Because this is something that you will need to kind of heat up the water. So if you are camping, right? If you are an outdoors person going on that adventure, this is the pack for you. Again, we've been talking about ReadyWise this whole hour because they just do it differently. They just do it better. And if I can do anything this hour, I'd love to change your mind on what emergency food or camping food or adventure food or easy to travel with food or food that comes in a package that's just add water food can taste like. There can be depth, there can be flavor, it can look great, and it can have that great texture that you want. So this is the 6-pack. It's the Variety Camping and Outdoor Adventure Meals for $38.95. 3 flexible payments of $12.98. It is on free shipping and handling today. And instead of me going through it, let's bring the expert in. Let's go ahead and bring Stephanie Roberts back in. Let her talk us through all the deliciousness and what makes this different from what we've been talking about earlier.
Hey, Ty. Well, the first thing that is a little different is that these meals are like complex and cool. I am so excited. Spicy Asian style noodles, 4 bean and vegetable soup. And I mean, I am talking big garbanzo beans and black beans and kidney beans and spices, herbs. You can see it all in here. So these are like heartier meals so that if I'm out hiking, if I'm hunting, if I'm camping, this is really going to satisfy me, give me some energy, keep me comfortable. This is the wild rice risotto. I mean, this looks like something you would find in a gourmet restaurant. Quinoa and rice and beans, so many different ingredients. I'm totally floored by the complexity of these. But I do want to show you how we make them because it is a little bit different. So this does require hot water because you're actually going to cook in the pouch, which is of course perfect. If you're out there hiking or camping, you're going to have a campfire, you can boil some water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just take 2 cups of my hot water, and I'm going to pour it right into the pouch. It's a thicker pouch. It's an insulated pouch so that it can handle the water. Then I'm gonna seal it up, and it's gonna cook in pouch. So how great is this for camping and hiking? And by the way, it's insulated. You can see, even though this is really hot water, I can still hold this on the edges, and it's not gonna hurt my hands. So this is actually cooking in the pouch. So all I'm gonna have to do is carry my pouch and carry some water, or know that I have a source of safe water when I am camping. But I love the flavors. I love them because they are a little more complex. They are a little heartier. Now, you can use this for your emergency food, Ty. If you know you have something like a propane burner, or maybe the power bank as a way to get some heat. But I do want to emphasize this is going to need hot water. These are 15-year shelf life. So again, if you want to use them for emergency food, you definitely have the shelf-stable characteristics. But you're getting 6 different flavors: apple cinnamon cereal, mac and cheese. Look at the gorgeousness of the mac and cheese. I mean, those noodles are huge.
Yeah.
I'm liking that. I'm liking that.
Color. Yeah, so you're getting the whole combo. I want to make sure that's clear as well. You're not choosing, you're getting the whole combo, right? So you're getting that Appalachian apple cinnamon cereal, that coconut blueberry multigrain, the 4 bean and vegetable soup. Oh my goodness. Mac and cheese, spicy Asian noodles, wild rice risotto with vegetables. 6 pouches, each pouch, what, 2.5 servings, so you're getting 15 servings. This is also on Autoship as well. All of this is on Autoship. It's a really great opportunity to lock in that price, never run out, get it delivered to you. Again, you can customize it, you can even change it. Let's say you chose 180 days and you realize, well, I'm going through this quicker than I thought. You can change it to 60 days, 120 days, but you will lock in that price. We are gonna ship this out for you for free today. Take advantage of those 3 flexible payments at $12.98, and you are getting the whole pack, all of these flavors that you see here. It is deep, rich flavors. It is deliciousness. It is designed by professionals, right? And again, what gives them that long shelf life, it is not the ingredients they use. It's not the artificial ingredients, not that they packed it with sodium, packed it with salt. No, it's fresh ingredients that have been freeze-dried, that have been dehydrated. Why? It's why that warm water, that hot water brings all of that right to life. It's a great opportunity today for $38.95. Stephanie, we only have about a minute left, so I would like to head back to you now.
All right. Again, these are more geared toward the adventure, the camping, the hiking. And Ty, they want our kids to put our devices down, so there's little jokes on the back. Where does the camper keep his money? In the riverbank.
I love that jokes. I love
if
dad
you needed
jokes.
some dad humor on a Tuesday morning, I'm here for you. But no, these are made to be a lot of fun. You know what? This is such a great reminder that no matter what the situation is with your family, you can make it an adventure. You can make it fun. Even an emergency situation can be made less stressful by a great meal, by having plans, by being ready for anything that comes your way. And that's kind of the whole theme of everything ReadyWise does. Eating is non-negotiable. We have to eat. We're going to eat great food that all we need is water.
And I love that. And you know, eating is so connected to kind of our emotions and how we feel in the moment. It can go a long way, especially something with some flavor, some depth, and some familiarity. When you see that cheesy macaroni and you go, oh, I know this, and this feels great. That's what ReadyWise is bringing us. Stephanie, thank you so much for being here with us this hour.
Oh, great to see you, Ty. Happy Tuesday.
Okay, happy Tuesday. We'll see you again. 076-199, that's your item number for that you'll use at hsn.com. Speaking of hsn.com, head over there now, right? www.hsn.com. Go check that out. You can check out all of our ReadyWise product. Just search ReadyWise in that search window there. And everything you see on your screen right there will all come up, including the things that we talked about this hour, and including a whole bunch of stuff that we didn't talk about, and a whole bunch of stuff that we may never see on air. The website is great. There's videos to watch. There's customer reviews to read. Check all of that out there. And while you're there at hsn.com, there's a lot to look at. When it comes to being prepared, that EcoFlow Delta 900 is on there. Maybe you need to get yourself some flashlights and some batteries to be prepared. Now would be the time. So thank you guys so much for joining me these last 3 hours. It was a blast. I will be back this weekend. Alice Caron is next, so stay right where you are. We'll see you soon.
Paris on HSN.
Want 15% off a future purchase? Then join HSN's email list. You'll receive a welcome coupon, plus so many special offers only for our email subscribers, like exclusive email-only invites to our private sales and events. Plus, you'll be first in line to shop our best values of the day and can't miss deals sent right to your inbox. And if you love coupons, you'll get them monthly, but only if you're on our list. So sign up today. Just keep an eye on your inbox, and we'll send all kinds of good things your way.